Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the camp Auschwitz-I, which is situated in the town of Oświęcim in southern Poland, and we're standing right in front of the plan of the camp number 1. The camp itself wasn't really big. The second camp, Auschwitz-II-Birkenau, was much bigger, but that camp was the base of the nightmare which began here in 1940-1941. Before the war, on the side of the camp were Polish military barracks. So there was a military base of the Polish army, and in June 1940 the Nazis established here the first camp. The first transport arrived to Auschwitz on June the 14th, 1940 from eastern Poland. Mostly the passengers of the transport, they were Polish political prisoners. And a few passengers from that transport even managed to survive the camp. It seems kind of impossible story, but there is a story about the hairdresser of the Auschwitz who arrived with the first transport, and first he became a hairdresser for the inmates of the camp. Later, about his abilities to cut the hair, heard the guards of the camp, SS officers, and so he started to cut the hair of German guards of the camp, and finally he became so well known he even became the hairdresser for the commandant of the camp, the first commandant of the camp, Rudolf Höss. And already in 1943-1944, when the camp already operated for about 3-4 years, he was on his duty to cut the hair outside the camp to one of the high-ranked German officers. And on the way back, when he came to the gate, he had to report his number, because prisoners of the camp, they didn't have the number, they didn't have the name, they had only the numbers. And he reported his number, and his number had only 3 digits, which meant he was from the first transport. And when he reported his number, the guard looked out from his booth and said, "Well, and you're still alive?" Well, it's quite an unusual story that some people managed to survive the entire nightmare of the entire camp.